What's going on, trillionaires? What's going on? We are live, baby. I got a special guest today, man. Y'all seen the title, how we impacting lives all the way from Japan. We impacting lives all the way from Japan. Ikanawi?
Oh,
Okinawa, right?
no.
I heard that in the movie somewhere, so you know. Yeah, you know Okinawi? For real?
No. Yeah, I know, right?
So we got my first of all, my name is Jeff Trill from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, New York, but currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. For those who don't know me, you may want to run your watch parties on this one because we're recognizing people that's doing some tremendous things and giving no excuses. But we're gonna talk about this man's story because at the end of the day, right now, he's in another part of the world, impacting people in this part of the world. Right? We want to give up to this soldier. This gentleman is serving our country as we speak, man. He's putting his life on the line for us so we can have the freedom that we are living today. So I want to give a warm welcome and a shout out to Mr. Brian Haynes, man. Welcome to the show, champion.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm phenomenal. We got Cassandra from the Philippines. You bringing them all out, huh? Okay. Yeah. So welcome, Cassandra. So Brian, first of all, I want to congratulate you for going executive senior director in a very short time. I looked at my back. As a matter of fact, I got emails. I'm like, executive director. I'm like, who the heck is popping these EDs, man? And of course, I see who it was. It was Mr. Brian Haynes. So now I said, am I saying your name right, Hayes or Haynes?
Haynes.
Haynes. Okay, Brian Haynes. Let me get it correct. I gotta get it correct now. They're gonna Google you like, we don't see no Haynes. But shout out to you, champion. You just went executive director and you unlocked $20 a day, which is an extra $600 a month back in your check, which is really an extra $7,200 back in your household for your wife and your children. Now, I want to know, Brian, you know what I'm saying? Right now, where are you at right now? Tell them your name. Well, everybody heard your name. Where you from? How old are you? And where you at right now?
All right, I'm Brian Haynes. I'm from Walterboro, South Carolina. That's about 46 miles west of Charleston, more familiar place. I'm currently 29, and I'm serving on board USS Ronald Reagan, home ported in Yokosuka, Japan. That's about an hour away from downtown Tokyo.
Woo! So right now you're in Japan, downtown Tokyo. What time is it over there?
Right now it's 11:32 p.m. Sunday night.
Oh wow! So he's at right now. We waking up. He about to go to sleep. His Sunday already over. But I appreciate you for getting up, man. And when I getting up, but staying up so you can go in and share with the people. We got the CEO of the company just came on and say, appreciate your service, Brian Haynes.
Appreciate it,
man. That's awesome, man. And so we got the CEO just coming recognizing you, man. That's amazing, man. We do. I want to appreciate you too, man, for serving us, man. That's dope. And you out of the Navy, so that's amazing, man. What I also want to know is, what made you join MWR in the first place? How you find out about us, and what made you want to partner with us?
So I found out through Terrell Jones out in Jacksonville. Shout out to my brother. Oh yeah. So he so our relationship over the years, I'm the analytical guy. So if something brings interest, he usually shoot it to me. And I'm that person that read the fine print and dig in. And when I was watching the video, it said the person that sent you this link, get back with them to join. And so I started thinking, I was like, hold up. He sent it to me to analyze it, but he already joined. So once I knew that, I knew it was a no-brainer. I didn't ask any questions. I started listening to it while I was walking from the ship. And I got in the car and I was like, well, hold up. Instead of playing the radio, I can just continue to listen on my ride home. And from the ride from work to home, I was convinced and sat on the computer and got down. It was no questions asked.
Wow. Do you remember what was it about the video that made you say this is no question, no brainer?
Just the fact that my best friend was doing it, that right there enough. I know for a fact he's not going to lead me into something illegal or the scheme that everybody like to say. So it was a no-brainer. Just reputation alone, that was enough for me.
Man, that's phenomenal, man. And you was in Japan when you received this.
Yes, I was literally just saluted to leave the ship, and I got the notification, and I was breaking the rules, walking and looking at it on my cell phone, and I got in the car and finished listening to the videos on my ride home, and I was convinced.
That's amazing. You got. I want you guys to understand what he just said. Relationship is everything, man. Based on who sent him that, he would take a look at that, but also made a decision based on the merit of the person who sent it to him. So also just think about people that you know and trust, and they know and trust you that you haven't sent this information out to yet, right? Now, as a result of the connection that you guys had, he's in a whole nother country, guys. So just notice, just because you got people that may be in another country, but they are American citizens, don't mean they can't work this business. That's tip number one. Think about people that you know that's not currently in the United States, but are residents residents of the United States, or actually citizens of the United States. They can do the business too. So Brian is in Japan currently right now. And so when you first started, what happened? Tell me what the process was.
So actually when I never shy away from telling this story. So when I got home, I told my wife about it, and she was not having it. So I tried to do the right thing. I was like, let me go home and discuss it with my wife first. And got home, and I shot her the link, and she wasn't feeling it at first. And man, we ended up getting into a full-fledged argument, all the way down to, hey, well, you need to get a job, or oh, you want to go home, or go home. And we finally sat down and looked over it together. And once she saw what it was no brainer for her, and I was already in. And once I convinced my wife, it was full sprint from there on out. So we got with it, and within the first month, I paid off over $17,000 in debt. And I tell that people ask, well, where did you get the money from? And I was like, well, when I got with MWR, my mindset was already there financially, but I just needed a roadmap to reinforce the mindset that I had or I wanted. And so I pulled some money for the future and invested it right now. And told my wife, I was like, look, there's no need to have all this money here for 30, 40 years when we got business we need to take care of right now. And the way I deal with my money there, we'll make this money back in 2 years and save interest and make more money. And I gave it to her as a 6 month to a year plan, and we accomplished it in a month. And so from there, it's just been uphill. I was patient about pushing the information out because I was focused on building my finances first. And I once I gained I had the concept that it only cost me $118 a month to run my business. So I was okay if I never referred anyone. I know at the end of the day, it only cost me $118. I got access to all these professionals. I'm part of a team where everybody's willing to help out and writing my deductions on money that has to be spent anyway. So I might as well pay for it.
Man, you said a couple of things, bro, that blew my mind, man. First of all, because when you get experts, man, you get educated, and then you get financially equipped and ready for your financial blueprint. So first of all, before I even go into the argument with the wife, but yeah, listen with this, listen up, guys. So because Wealth Max, one of the people that talk about, that's our wealth strategist. They always talk about pay your debts off first so you can get rid of the interest rate. Instead of saying, I got this stimulus money, I want to invest it, it's if you got the stimulus money, let's take care of that debt first, because that debt comes with interest. If you eliminate the interest, now the money that you do have, when we play with it, you got nothing that's going against your money that you're making. So all your credit card bills, all your debt that accrue interest, eliminate those first, so that we can show you how to become a millionaire and cash-free, debt-free, cash flow millionaire. And that's the strategy that Brian just used, y'all. Something about these Brians, man. We got Brian House. Something about these Brians, man.
I'll think about that tonight. I got no choice not to be successful. The CEO, the founder, everybody named Brian. So
you know what I'm saying? Top money on it, Brian. And it's not B-R-Y-A-N, it's B-R-I-A-N. It's something about that brain. I used to spell brain backwards, thinking it was Brian. You know what I'm saying? Because you can just turn the A into the I, and it's called brain. So what's so cool about this is that he understands the strategies of the wealthy now. He's not implementing the strategies of the wealthy. Instead of having money sitting there, he can take that money and pay off debt that has interest accruing. So now he eliminated the debt, and now he can play the game the wealthy play because he's debt free. So now he had to go back and readjust himself now because his financial situation changed. Correct?
Oh yes.
We didn't have a conversation about that. He's like, I got to go back to Money Mac, because my financial situation changed now, baby. You know what I'm saying? Also,
really overnight.
Crazy, y'all. I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all running a watch party because this is valuable, true information. Also, what he said was he had to get himself financially straight first before he started sharing with others. Now, normally we tell you to share while you're getting it straight, but everybody got their own way of making it happen for themselves. His confidence now is through the roof, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, listen to what he said. He talked about his wife that and I know everybody else married. You say I got to bring her home to the family, bring her home to the missus or the mister. You know what I'm saying? So he brought her home to the miss. They got into an argument, but guess what he did? He said, we sat down and I showed her what I saw. He didn't try to explain to her at that time. Well, no, let me ask you a question. Did you try to explain to her when you first got home? Were you trying to tell her what it's about?
Yeah, I was trying to explain it to her, and she wasn't having it. And so now I'm getting frustrated because she's not listening, and she already developed her opinion. And I was like, well, you know what? I went outside and sat in the car for about an hour and called Terrell, bent over the phone, mad. And I was like, once I got it all out, we came back in. And I think within 30 seconds of us sitting down watching the video together, the point I was trying to convey to her, the video answered the question. And within literally 30 seconds of her second time around going around, she was like, oh. And up to this day, she still ain't apologized yet. But I know how she feels with it. We moving forward.
Yes, sir. But you guys see, a lot of us try to say, "Oh, I can't say nothing until I know about it. I can't talk to people. I can't send it until I know how to explain it." The key thing that made this successful for him was he tried to explain it the best he could. But when you try to explain something, people always start getting ideas of what you think they think you're talking about. But when you remove yourself out of the situation and leverage someone or something that can explain it 100% correct every single time, now peace comes in the house and understanding comes through the mind. Do you understand the power for that? So rule number one, which you always teach you, the less you say, the more impact you make. Or another version of it, the less you say, the more you get paid. All right? And so he understood that by trial and error, that next time, I'm going to just share the video, right? Let somebody else talk to your spouse for you. So I hope you got, man, this is some powerful nuggets in here, man. We got Rhonda saying awesome testimonial. You know what I'm saying? We got Miss Monique saying, thank you for your service. Go Navy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the chants are, but I know. Hoorah, I don't know what it is, but y'all got your own version, right?
Oh, yeah, we do.
So he rocking a blue shirt. He rocking the blue. Y'all made me down for real. Awesome. So, all right, guys. Y'all, he talked about the story with him getting started and having issues with his wife until she saw the video that she was able to get clarity. Then he told you about how he was able to eliminate over $17,000 worth of debt in 1 month because he has extras on his side. Now that you got the debts down, what made you start promoting it? And then who did you talk to, and what made you start promoting now?
So in the beginning, I did have the mindset of getting my stuff together, and I think maybe after a week, I signed my first person because I literally sent it out to her, and she was like, "I was looking for something exactly like this," and she hopped right on. And in the beginning, it was a little challenging staying motivated because all of a sudden now, when you choose to share financial information, now everybody become experts. And it's like, okay, well, if you had all this knowledge, why you never told me?
Right.
And so and I was hesitant and moving forward, but I was like, this social media. At the end of the day, I send it out, and either they with it or they not. And so every now and then I would make my post. I would make a post. I would send it out. But what really worked in my favor was that stimulus weekend, and I wish I would have went hard the first 3 days the way I went hard the last 3 days. And that's when the bell hit, like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of a good situation, and pushed it out. And I ranked up this week, but just in the past up to this point, I would explain it to people, and that would be it. Hey, I gave you the information. I showed you the videos. Showed you all these different testimonies. I showed you my track record. I showed you my deductions. I showed you everything. And so if you're not convinced by now, then this is just not for you, and that's okay. I'm just gonna move on to people that want it. And I tell people all the time that when it comes to this, the people that we feel need it is going to be the first people we shoot this out to. You're going to want to shoot this out to your family, your friends, people who need help with their financial situation. But come to find out, that's the people that's not going to want it. The people who need it, not going to want it, is going to be those people who want it. That's the people that's actually going to use it. All the people who I sent it to that wanted it, they was convinced the same way as me. Within the first video, hey, how did I sign up? Because they wanted it. The people who we feel need it, that's going to be the biggest hurdle. So I put it out there. People who want it, they hit me up. They sign up. There's no convincing. The people who need it, I shared it with them, and I was like, hey, I'll never mention it to you again. I showed you how to make your money, so now don't ask me for no money.
That right there. So you see the crazy thing about it, guys. What he just said was some powerful things all in one, right? Now, but before I talk about that, what was the difference in your mind when we had the stimulus credit versus when you was regularly doing it? What was the switch in your mind? What was it that made you want to get up and go?
Because of the 228. So everyone cannot get their head around the 228. So I was like, okay, well, 129. And just seeing that price cut, I know if it was me, then I definitely would have hopped on. I probably would have hopped on and paid for someone else.
Why? Why?
I mean, a $99 difference. I mean, I don't care how much money I got in my bank. That's a lot of money. And I guess, I mean, the price cut.
It's all concept, right? It's all concept. If the price was $500 and or $328 and we dropped it down to $228, it'd have been the same kind of urgency, correct?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now it's $228. What happens is the same energy that we take to promote this when it was a 99-cent cut is the same energy that's necessary to promote anything. The price is not what matters. It's the urgency of opportunity. And so when you identify this as an opportunity, then you got active, right? You like, listen, this ain't gonna last long, boom, boom, boom. But then you also got, but the activity that you took got you the results. Because even after that, even after the stimulus is over, you ain't had no problem signing nobody up.
No, absolutely not.
So you guys, it was a mindset shift. You see, after the stimulus credit is over, this gentleman is still signing people up at $228, and they're signing people up at $228 because they're going ED, which made him senior. So he didn't go senior during the stimulus credit. He went senior after the stimulus credit weekend happened. Yeah. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's all about the mindset and how you shift, turn that switch on, because you can't stop him now. The price already went back to $228, and he's still going like it's at $129, right? So what I want you to understand from that particular perspective, sometimes we need that switch to turn on to go and do what we was already designed to do in the first place. So I commend you on that. Now, he has people that partner with him, and he said something about, he said, let's go to the thing. It says, people don't let people waste your time. Focus. That's right. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about congratulations on your $17,000 debt elimination. You know what I'm saying? We got Rodney Burns. This gentleman is a multi-millionaire. He said, keep up the great work. Shout out to you, Rodney. Appreciate you joining us, champ. So what I'm saying to you guys is this. This gentleman was able to go, turn the switch on, and go and impact lives. All he's doing is sharing the videos, sharing something like this. People see and say, I want access to that financial blueprint, and they get in the line. Now, we all talk about the family and friends. What I share with people all the time is make sure your friends know so they can never, ever say you ain't never told them about it. Just like Brian said, he said, here's the information. You're going to watch it. Now, you can't come to me asking for money anymore. You can you can't come asking for money anymore because I gave you a blueprint to get your own money. So for all those who feel like, man, I don't want to tell my friends and family, get that out the way. Because if you're earning money, send them the information. Say, hey, Cousin Pete, I'm gonna send you the information about financial solution. We'll show you how to increase your income. Now that you got the information, if you don't watch this video, you can never say I never put you on, and you can never come and ask me for money again because I'm giving you a solution so you can make money with me, right? That's so I'm telling all you guys right now, send it to your friends and family with that clause in it. So you ain't got to worry about giving about $1, $10. I'm sure you how to make $1 million more than that, right? So shout out to Brian for understanding that concept, and we're implementing it, and you've seen the results he's having, man. Senior director, this brother increased his take-home pay for doing the same thing he did when he first started. He didn't do nothing different, and he's gonna make even more money for doing the same thing he did in the beginning. Am I right?
Same thing.
And then now let them know what you told me that's going to happen before you come stateside.
This is when we talked on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone. He said 17 days.
Oh yeah. So I'm getting ready to go into quarantine. So we my ship, we still getting ready to push out for deployment here soon. So sometime this week I'll be leaving to go into quarantine for about 16 days. So that's going to be 16 days of just time. That way now I can stay up and be up when you guys are up in the States, and I won't have nowhere to go. I'll be in a room locked down. So I'm planning on taking advantage of all that time. I feel sorry for whoever my roommate going to be because I'm going to be working.
Y'all hear that? He's turning the lockdown into opportunity time. You see, right now, you guys don't understand. Yeah, we're in lockdown, the whole world in lockdown, but you don't understand that there's a major opportunity that's happened during lockdown. You get to literally understand your financial blueprint so that when you get off lockdown, you coming into the world financially equipped. So that in no ever instance that if we ever get locked down again, you worrying about your money. You worrying about what's going on. You worrying about your family. You got kids. You got grandpeople you taking care of. You got people you taking care of, and you can't take care of them because your main source of income got shut down. Well, we got my man in Japan. Japan increasing his income in Japan while the world is on lockdown. Oh, word. So we got Charlotte Hudson. She said, my son is stationed in Japan. He's in the Navy too. Y'all might be the roomies.
Never know.
Right. We got Davina saying, I needed that family. I needed that on that family part. Yeah, man. Y'all got to make sure that y'all tell them, right?
One thing my family, and I can speak definitely for my mom, is she knew me growing up. She knew I was independent, and she knew once I got out and once I was going to be gone, she knew she wasn't going to be able to hold me back. And, I have to have that conversation with people. I at no point I feel like I owe my parents or family members any monetary value. Only thing I owe is for me to go out here, be successful, raise my child, take care of my wife. That's what I owe. And so I've created a thick line between family and money. When I look at athletes, all these top paying people, the common denominator in them going broke is their family. And no love lost. I love you all, but at the end of the day, I tell my wife, if we need $20,000 right now, can I pick up the phone and call a family member for it? Who's gonna give it to me? Nobody. I gotta go to the bank. So let's do our part in taking care of us. We don't love our family no less, but we got to take care of us and do what we got to do, because only us can take care of us the way we want to. So, family, if you're watching, I still love you, but
he loves you. We love you, family, because you're my family too. But my family, no, don't ask me for $1. You can ask me what you can do to earn $1, and I'll put you in position. But don't ask me for no $1 now. They know that from jump, because they understand by me, all I'm doing is enabling somebody to ask me again, right? All you do is enable your people by just giving them money or whatever it may be. But if you show them a way to grow and create money and be their own economy, then they're gonna love you forever. Like I just talked about this morning, you got to fill your cup up first before you go and fill somebody else's cup up. The only time you fill somebody's cup up when your cup is overflowing and they can just get a drink off the overflow. You understand me? That's when they get a drink off the overflow, because it's overflowing. And I'm super excited for you because, like I said, how many people you know, and what made you connect with let me ask you a question. For people in the military, how important and valuable is it to the people that's in the military? Because I see you got a lot of military people that's been connected with you.
It's very valuable, especially being overseas. Chances are coming overseas, your spouse is probably not going to work unless you've been in for some time and they have one of those career fields where their job will transfer them here to the base or wherever the service is here. So I really go after people in my same situation. Like, hey, look, your wife at home or your husband at home not working. So give them something to do. So I know come this week, once I leave, I'm doing as much as I can right now to get my wife up to speed so she can keep this thing going while once we head out to sea. So real big for these military families because most of the time the spouse is not going to work. And here, this is an effortless job that, they can do at home, and your results and your experiences is what sells. So a lot of people, I don't know if I can sell or whatever. And it's like, you don't have to, because you put that time in to creating results, and those results is going to be your marketing. And so when people eventually in the money, everybody in the military, we all love our money. And so when conversation about money, people start gravitating and people start coming your way. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? And, I'm that oddball in the conversation because this is what I do. And, some people try to say things and I don't argue, and I just be like, you know what? You're right. If you had the strategy down, you would be doing it. And if you do know it, then same way I shared what I do, share it with me. So it can be challenging sometimes in the military because a lot of alpha personalities. And I try my best to convey the conversation is, hey, I'm not calling you broke, or I'm not saying you're not financially savvy, but this is just the resources that I have that I'm trying to share with you to get you where you want to go or accelerate where you want to go. Because I knew about credit prior to doing this. I had an 808 when I started this, but it's not 850. That's what a lot of people. Well, I got a good credit score. Okay, but is it 850? Is it perfect?
Right.
So you have room for improvement. I've never heard anyone say, hey, I got enough money in the bank, so I don't need no more money. I've never heard anyone say that. So why not take advantage of the Navy, the military? They're already paying. You'd be crazy to retire from the military without having your house paid for. So I just created another avenue. They're going to pay me to pay for my house anyway. It's still my home business that I'm still going to get these tax deductions for. So it's almost like I like to call it recycling the dollar, recycling my own dollar. So, I tell it to them, but I just say, hey, you right. Or, hey, I told you. Can't say Haynes didn't tell you. And I just carry on and I smile, and they see me every day and they be like, you still doing that? I'm like, you waiting on the failure that's not going to happen. Woo. So continue to wait, or you can just come on board and we can win together. But if you waiting on me to fail, that it ain't going to happen.
Woo! That boy scorched the earth with that one. He said, if you're waiting for failure, that ain't going to happen. If you're waiting for failure, that ain't going to happen. Come on, Captain. Listen, listen. This is a very, very valuable. If you got anybody in the military, you want to make sure they see this video, because we got a gentleman right now that's actually active and deployed, making it happen. We got people in the military that's not active, or they, reserve or whatever it can be that can do this. And he said some real powerful facts, right? The fact that your spouse is not working, and now you gave him an opportunity to do some things that help build a family while they away. So I'm telling you right now, man, this is so powerful, man, because you also got an instant pay raise, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Talk to them about how that process is for military people.
All right, so you spit this out to military folks. We don't deal with W-4. So if you're active duty, then you're already familiar with your MyPay. So you log into your MyPay and you will go to your federal and or state withholding, and you would adjust the meter. So the highest you can go is 10, or you can even do 10 and add an additional dollar amount. So what I did was I adjusted my withholdings and I raised it up to 3. And so when I did that, and after the first month, I looked at my LES for March, and I looked at March of last year, and I saw that I paid almost $500 in taxes for federal last year versus this year. So right now I'm laying. Say again.
Was that a month?
Yeah, that was how much federal taxes was coming out of my. That was just federal. I'm from South Carolina. We pay federal and state, so another 200 plus was coming out for state. A whole E1 paycheck is coming out of my pay just for taxes alone. So you make that adjustment and dealing with the money max, they're gonna send you the W-4 back, and if that number has a value on it, then that means you need more work to get down to zero. So what I did, I made the first adjustment based on the information the money max professional sent me, and so now I'm in the trial and error mode for March and April. I raised it up to actually 4 now. So now I'll see my tax change, and then I'll send my 2 LESs back to Money Max. And I'm pretty sure it was $2,300 the first time they sent me my W-4. So I'm looking for that number to be down lower to 0. And once I get it as close as 0 as I can, then I know I'll have my withholdings at the right point to maximize my dollar.
That is amazing, man. So before last year, you was paying $400 a month, right? $4 to $5 a month, right? This year, with the help of Money Max, how much are you paying out up to the
right now, it fluctuates between, I've seen it down as low as 198, and it's been no higher than 205.
So you got back anywhere from a $300 to $200 back in your paycheck every month.
Yes.
Come on,
this month right here was the first time with maximizing my pay with just based on my withholdings right now, being debt free. This month was the first time since 2015 that I was actually able to get a full paycheck with no allotment. That money hit my bank account. I didn't owe anybody or anything. First time in 5 years. So it's
and I'm telling you, people don't understand that when you have experts, you have options. When you have experts, you got financial blueprints that can get you from where you were to where you truly desire to be. And Brian, you are a living testimonial, bro. This is phenomenal for all my military people that understand what he's talking about. Y'all know he's telling you the truth, right? So if you know that's the truth, then there's nothing to wait about, because 228 is going to go somewhere anyway, right? For the service that we get 4 core services: Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. What they all do is show you how to go from employee to self-employed to business owner to investor. We show you how to win the money game that the wealthy's been playing for years. What we show you how to do is understand your money, who has it, and how to get it back. And we allow the experts to do it for you. And as a result of that, you get financial education through application. And what goes on, I'm about to say, and then you start to rule the nation. But it just came in my head. That's so funny. Oh, man. So, but what really happens is that, guys, is that you be in a better financial situation in this pandemic, in the shutdown, than you ever was when you was so-called free. So this is actually, what I call the wake-up call. To sit down and realize what you really need to be doing so that you don't live the rest of your life not understanding your money and always losing your money. Because here the truth of the matter is, like I always say, there's 3 types of habits created around money. Habit number 1, you spend more than you earn. Habit number 2, you spend all that you earn. And habit number 3, you make way more money than you can possibly spend, right? And so right now that since Brian was able to eliminate debt, now now he got more money that he can play with. So and what happens is, once you got more money you can play with now, like he said, he fleeing a full check, man, in 5 years. So at the end of that, you gotta ask yourself, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue to lose at the money game because you don't know the rules of the game and you don't know how to properly play it? Or you want to get with the experts to start having you win the money game that you've been playing since the moment you spend $1 or earned $1?
Well, even when you know your financial things. So I think it was maybe Wednesday last week. Sailor came up to me and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to get some help with my credit stuff." And me loving finances and credit, I got to talking to her, but now I was like, hold up. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you this link. and this link gonna show you the Financial Edge membership. Don't take my word. Utilize these resources to get access to experts, because I remind people all the time, I am no expert. Let the experts do the work. That way I'm not giving you false information, discrediting my business. So just in that conversation alone, she wanted some help with credit. And I talked to her because she's one of my proteges. But I said, don't take my word for it. Do yourself justice. Go get these resources. And she was the one that wanted it. The next day, I want to sign up, sent her the link. She signed up. And today she called me, and she's working on getting her credit up, and she was doing it on a cell phone. She went and bought herself a laptop, and now she's in the game. And she told me, she's like, I told you in the first week I was gonna make a move. And I also told her, yeah, you say you're gonna make a move, but I'm gonna have my foot on you. And pressure on her, and now she's running away with it. So this thing, it changes people, but it's those people that want it, not the people that need it. So,
and you won't find out who want it unless you expose, right?
That's the only way. And this effort, I watch people making these TikTok videos and all these other things. You can share this information. All it is share. Either people gonna like it or they're gonna ignore it and move it. That don't hurt you one bit. So
y'all see how simple this business is? All we do is share information and collect decisions. The more you share, the more you'll find out who want what you're sharing about. But if you lack sharing and you want to think about it, and I want to tell you guys something this too. I want to tell you guys this too. The people you think are going to do it won't do it. The people that, oh, I know when I get in this one, that one, this one, that one, they're going to kill it. And then you don't get discouraged when they are not the people that's going to go and even join you or partner with you or even see this vision. Okay, because the people that you don't think are going to do it is going to be the ones that take this thing to another level, shift their whole financial blueprint, and help others in the process do the same thing. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm so happy to meet Brian. I met Brian because he produced, right? I met Brian because say it again.
Not even a week ago, the first time we talked was congratulations on ED, and 2 days later,
right, I'm like, congratulations, bro. You just knocked out ED, man. Like, yeah, that's the level. I'm in Japan. What? You in Japan? And you ain't getting no excuses? So you got to be on another time zone to even connect with us. You know what I'm saying? He's about to go to sleep. We just getting up.
Yep. If you ask Terrell, and I think I told you the story on the phone, but if you ask Terrell Jones when we were serving together, and being in Japan, we're ahead. And so I always strive to use that at my advantage. When I'm awake, you guys are asleep. If I go to sleep, then that means y'all get to wake up, and whoever I was ahead of, they got opportunity to catch me. And so I would always be up. And I'm telling you, these last 7 days has been like deployment 2014, where I was going to sleep maybe 2, 3 in the morning, right back up at 7. Doing it all over again. And people always ask me, why you never go to sleep? And I'm like, if I go to sleep, people in the States going to wake up and be able to catch me on what I'm doing. And these last couple of days, no sleep. But like I told you, and I tell anybody, I sleep when I'm dead. 1 week of putting a little bit of sleep to the side just locked me in. $600 a month.
Guaranteed.
Right now, at 6, y'all got the 5 p.m. At 6:01 a.m. here, I get that little ding every morning. The ding heard around the world.
That ding is real, huh?
It's real.
He get in the morning, we get in the evening. So he wait, his 5 o'clock wake up is his daily guarantee. Y'all
every morning, work. That's my guarantee pay.
Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. You don't understand from this live, I don't know what to tell you. If all my military people don't understand the power of this program from this live, I don't know what to tell you. Think about it. They don't want it. We're gonna go for those who do, right? And then they're gonna come back around like, man, I want it now. I want it now. I see what you're doing now. You know exactly. So while Brian in the services, his wife, he created a residual income for his wife of $600, an extra $7,200 back in the household while he's out here working and serving the country. And it's only gonna get better and grow bigger, right? Because now he's motivated, his wife's motivated, they've seen this thing coming in, they know it's real, people's lives are being changed. Shout out to your people that went ED, man. Give a shout out to your ED, bro.
Shout out to my next door neighbor, a longtime friend of the family, Latasha Woods. She just went ED. Kasim Fletcher, one of my friends, mentor, that's also out here on the Ronald Reagan with me. He went ED while he's in quarantine, to be exact. So he got a promotion in quarantine. I'm hoping to get me one there. And last one is Taquana Little. She's another person out here on board Ronald Reagan that's been we've been serving together the last 2.5 years. And they all went ED. They all went ED in a matter of 3 days. It took me 3 months.
Whoo! You see how time compress, y'all? You see how time compress? When you get active, people get active faster than you. There's always somebody breaking a record that you set. There's always somebody going to break that record. I'm telling you, first of all, just think about this. They're all in Japan, man. But they made a decision to impact lives while they're serving the country, man. They all made a decision to shift their life. So when they get back to the States, they much more better off, and they added additional income and financial strategies and experts when they come home to take the money that they make from the military and with this company to a whole nother level. And I bet you're on your way to becoming your own bank.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I just so when I was on the phone with Eric when I first got in, and we was doing a webinar, and I was screenshotting. And so I think it was 2 nights ago, I connected the phone to the TV, and I was literally standing up there giving a full-fledged presentation because I told her, I said, hey, for the rest of the year, that $600 a month, we're going to take all of that and throw that into the PRA once we get back to America. I'm trying to get back about November, December this year. So I told her we're going to take that. And she was like, well, you want to use all of it? And I said, I pulled out the phone and pulled up the chart. And I said, look, this is just based on $500 a month, $6,000 a year. So going from age 30 to 31, you're not going to gain cash value that first year. But I told her, okay, we take this $4,800 we guaranteed from now to the end of the year, throw $1,200 on it. We already paid for the first year. So that way, when I turn 31 next year, we already start gaining cash value, and we just knocked off that time for that first year. And I did the math with her, and I showed her, hey, I retired from the Navy at 40. This is how much we're going to have. Another 10 years when our boy, he gets old enough, this is how much we're going to have. And it got all the way down to, I was like, look, we can give, I never forget my dad told me that his mom gave him a briefcase of money to go pay for a house when he married my mom. And I said, I want to be able to do the same thing when my son gets ready to go and, build his family. But I also was showing my wife, I was like, look, we can give him the loan from our bank account. He pay us back. And when we die, he gonna take the beneficiary value of the account and the death value of it. So we be able to take care of this generational wealth. That's what we're trying to do. Yes. Generational wealth. So I want to make sure when my boy, and we want 2 or 3 more kids, so all of them are going to be taken care of, and it's all going to start right off this $20 a day. That when I talked to Eric 2 months ago, it was an idea, and that's just only if we do $500 a month. I'm trying to get it where we can do double, triple that, and that's just one avenue of investing. That's not counting what we're going to do, save, what we're going to save. That's not counting the roadmap that Equity Max going to give based off of the money we have right now, on top of my TSP, my retirement. The Navy already tore up my knees, my disability whenever I get that. So we want at least 10 avenues of income by the time I'm 40 and I'll be retired from the Navy. So that's only 10 years from now, and that's not a lot of time.
And your wealth match strategy is in the process of showing you how to acquire that information and acquire land as well, huh?
All that.
Listen, this has been a powerful 44 minutes of impact, man. I appreciate you, Mr. Brian Haynes, because what you did today, man, I promise you, it's going to ripple effect through generations, my brother. Like what you setting the course for, in the Navy, you got to set course before you sell, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to set course before you can even sell. And what you do is we set the course for your financial blueprint so that your family can sell all the way to the wealthy land, the land of milk and honey, the land where everything the light touches is yours. You know what I'm talking about? The land to where everything the light touches is yours. when I saw the Lion King and they said that thing, I was like, what? Everything the right touches is yours? Lord, baby Jesus. You got any last words you want to share with the people before we get up out of here?
Through MWR, when you first start out, you look at those bonuses, you can be like, oh, that'll never be me, or oh, I would never be able to do that. But biggest thing I've taken from this is, and not only have I taken it from MWR, but it just reinforces what I already do in my everyday life, and that's there's no way possible you can ever win if you never start.
Ooh.
And all I did was start, and now I went from, oh, I'll never be able to hit that, to my goal by this time next year is to have that presidential bonus and the luxury home. That way, pay my house off with money, with Equity Max already told me, take my 30-year, pay it off in 10 and be on with it. So you got to start. You got to start to win. If you never get in the game, you can't win. Not at this game.
And it's the money game that the wealthy play, and we playing this game to win.
Yes, most definitely.
So, guys, like I say about this time, like, comment, and share with somebody you love like a hate, because you already know it's time to be great. So let's go out there and be great, man. Share it with somebody and make sure the impact is happening. Tag your people in it. It's going to be called the Military Edition, because when you see this, you can't unsee it. So, Brian, once again, thank you so much. It's something about them Brian's, brother. And I'm happy to have you on our team at Trillionaire Elite. Hope to have you in this company with us, MWR Financial, where we making wealth real every single day. Peace, y'all.
Holla.